It's raining, but I don't need an umbrella. Standing in your rain is where I wanna be.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. It's been a minute since I've posted. Nearly 2 weeks. Yeah, I wasn't there mentally, so I just needed to take a step back and just kind of take a break off social media for a little bit. Just a lot has been happening around me, but yeah, I'm just ready to get back to doing some makeup videos for you guys and bringing you guys some more content. So here I am today. If you are new here, then I just want to welcome you. Do subscribe if you are not already, and yeah, let's just get right into it. So I feel like the last couple of months I've been using a lot of high-end products and just want to take it down a notch in terms of the price range and go a little bit more on the affordable / drugstore side. So I wanted to do a full face of Revolution makeup because I haven't actually used Revolution makeup like that in a while. Plus it is a drugstore brand where you can pretty much get a full face and like everything that you are using, plus it's affordable. So here we are today. Some of the products that I am using from Revolution are a little bit more on their higher end, but they do have a lot more affordable products if you want to. But my next video I will hook you guys up with cheaper affordable products, so stay tuned for that. I've already prepped my face and my skin, so I'm not going to include that in this video. If you can't already tell, my brows are already done, and I always use the same thing, which is from Revolution. This is their soap styler. You can check out my previous video if you want to see exactly how I use that. So I did mention in my previous video to follow me on Instagram if you are not, because I have been taking polls on there, and I recently did a poll on the gram and you guys voted for me to use this eyeshadow palette from Revolution. It was out of this and the Tammy Clark palette, and you guys voted for this one, which is the Patricia Bright and Revolution collaboration. I haven't actually used this in a while, so I'm going to be using that today. I usually like to put on my foundation before I do my eyeshadow, so I'm going to go ahead and use the foundation that you guys voted for, which is the Conceal and Glow foundation from Revolution. So I'm just applying a pump and a half of this foundation. So considering we are using a more affordable products, I can't go ahead with my Nars New Caledonia the way I usually do around my mouth. So instead I'm going to try this Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer by Revolution. I usually use it to bronze my face, but let's see what it does. It's in the shade C15. So okay, yeah, I think this will work just in this area to cover up some of my hyperpigmentation. This concealer is very full coverage. It's their Infinite Concealer. You can see exactly what that has done. Oh my gosh, that was so easy, so quick. Going in with the foundation, I'm just going to use my beauty sponge as I usually do and blend this out. I have seen that Revolution have come out with quite a few new products. They sell eyelashes now, they sell beauty sponges, but obviously I have mine that I've been using for a while and I really like. So I'm going to stick to that. I kind of forgot what this foundation feels like because it's been a while since I've used it. I am going to go in with another half pump because I did only use a pump and a half. So I think 2 pumps for this foundation is pretty good. The formula is a lot different to the other foundations that I've really been enjoying recently, but nonetheless it's pretty good. I feel like the XX Revolution foundation, the glow one, the formula of that would be closer to what I've been wearing the last couple of weeks, but it's okay. This one is obviously more affordable because it's £10. So I'm going to move on to my eyes now. Pretty easy with this because I've been using this eye base from Revolution pretty much for most of my eye looks, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. This is the Ultimate Eye Base by Makeup Revolution. They do have 3 shades. This one is the shade medium. So I'm just going to quickly prep my eyes with this one. Okay, so I've just prepped my eyelids ready for my eyeshadow, but I'm not going to lie, I'm not liking the way my skin is looking using this foundation. I don't know if it's the time of year or what. I feel like it is looking a little bit patchy in this area. I don't know if it was because I used a sponge, but I pretty much always use a sponge. So I'm just going to take this off. I'm going to take off this foundation and I'm going to go ahead with the other foundation that people wanted me to use. So I will be right back. Okay, to save time, I've done one eye off camera. So we're going for like a midnight pinkish smoky eye basically. So pretty simple with the eye look. I'm first going to start off with this shade at the bottom, this pink shade called Superwoman, and I'm pretty much just going to build this up in my crease. So just first patting in that pink shade right here and then slowly blend and bring it up. I like to start it off here, so when I do bring it up, it kind of fans out, if that makes sense, so it's not looking too harsh on the upper crease, but more so nice and blended, and just focus the concentration right in the crease. If you want to blend it out a little bit more and you don't want to use the same brush, you can just go in with a clean blending brush with nothing on it and just basically blend that right above that to make it look nice and seamless. So the next shade that I'm going in with is this shade right here called Date Night, sort of like a midnight blue, and I'm literally just gonna pack that on my lid and bring it up to my crease area. Because I have hooded eyes, I do need to bring up a lot of my eyeshadow to basically just above my crease, and I'm just going with another blending brush just to blend out the edges of this blue so it's not looking too harsh. I always use like neutral shades, so I did want to do something a little bit different even though I'm using a neutral palette, and that's why I'm doing this kind of look today. I'm just going back in with that pink shade that we used earlier. So just 2 eyeshadow colors, very simple, and we've got our midnight blue Smokey Eye. Pretty happy with how that's looking. I'm going to move back onto the base now because obviously that previous foundation was not working for me. Okay, so I've re-primed my face. I'm going to use the XX Revolution Glow Skin foundation. This is in the shade 13.2. The pumps are pretty generous, as you can see. I'm gonna just do a pump and a half, see how I feel with that, and obviously do need to sort of color correct, but I'm not gonna do too much because this shade is a little bit deeper than what I usually go for. So I've just allowed the foundation to warm up on the back of my hand a little bit, and yeah, as I mentioned, the foundation is a little bit warmer, so really didn't need to do too much around my mouth. I think a pump and a half is, I think 1 pump would have done it, but I used a pump and a half, and yeah, looking pretty okay. I'm gonna go in with my sponge, a clean sponge this time, and just, oh geez, I forgot how thick this foundation was. I think 1 pump would have done it perfectly fine, but it's okay. We're gonna spread this out around our skin. Now this feels a lot more comfortable on my skin. I think I've been so used to using like dewy formula foundations that anything that is a little bit on the drier side, my skin just won't respond to it really well. So I even already like how my skin is looking really nice and hydrated, very skin light. You can just see how much that has sunk into my skin, and I just love it. I love it. So I'm glad that I actually went in with this foundation instead of the other one. So we are obviously looking a little bit warmer than we usually are. Again, we haven't been out. We've been in quarantine for a year. We haven't been out. My skin feels really good. This is what I'm used to. I think my skin just doesn't react very well to anything that's a little bit more on the dry side, especially in this time of year with it being a little bit cold outside. 13.2 is my summer shade, so yeah, I probably won't need to do too much in terms of bronzing. So for my concealer, I'm going to use the XX Revolution concealer. This is in the shade CX 12.5. I'm not a big fan of the other Revolution concealer under my eyes. The formula just doesn't work really well for me. Little bit on the dry side, so prefer to go for the XX Revolution because this range is also known to be good for your actual skin. So it's like skincare and makeup into one. So the formula is a lot different to Revolution's ordinary range. Shade is literally perfect considering the foundation is a little bit on the darker side. I'm not going to put too much because it's looking a bit full coverage. So oh my gosh, it's already drying, guys. I don't remember it drying this fast. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just quickly hurry up and blend. How does this dry this quickly? My goodness. Haven't used this concealer in a while, to be fair, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm clearly not used to using concealers that blend out really quickly. It's been a while since I've used this one in particular. So I'll have to remember to work quicker in the future. I am going to obviously go back in and blend out my eyeshadow because I did actually remove a little bit more than I was supposed to whilst applying that concealer, but it is what it is. Just making sure that I'm happy with it. I think because the foundation is a little bit deeper than what I need at this moment, I actually don't even need to go in with a cream bronzer. So I'm just going to set all of the highlighted areas, and I'm going to use this I Heart Revolution banana powder. They have two. They have banana deep and this one is banana. It's actually my first time using this as well, and oh, it comes with a puff. Perfect. Literally perfect. It smells like banana milkshake. Oh, McDonald's is calling me already. Oh, it smells so nice. Okay, anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out. Just gonna re-blend because it has creased underneath, and then go ahead and set with this powder. I am going to use my sponge to do this and just tap off the excess on the back of my hand. Okay then, looks pretty good at the moment. So if you're like deeper than me and you don't like to go too bright with your powders, then Banana Deep will do you good, because obviously that's a little bit more deep in terms of how yellow it is. Oh gosh, okay, so yeah, so if you don't like a powder that's this light, Banana Deep will do you good. This is obviously a little bit lighter than what I thought it was gonna be. We are gonna put a powder bronzer on, so I feel like this powder would probably give flashback. I haven't put it to the test, but just based on what it's looking like on my skin at the moment, I think the powder's done a good job in terms of smoothing out my skin and my pores. I don't really suffer with pores too much. I'm already creasing, so yeah, I think that alone is the foundation. Creasing already, but it's fine, let's just move on. So for my lower lash line, I'm just going to use that same pink shade that I used earlier on my top lash line, and I'm pressing it first because I don't want it to go in my eye, and obviously when you press it like that, it does apply the pigment a little bit more. For my inner tear ducts, I'm going to use this green shade called Extra AF. The texture of this green is a lot different to the other eyeshadows. It is one of those eyeshadows that are like squidgy, so when you press into it, it does leave a bit of a dent. But I'm just gonna pop this on my inner tear ducts. I feel like my face is looking a bit flat and ghostly because this banana shade, I underestimated how light it was gonna be. I thought it would be the perfect banana shade, but yeah, Banana Deep, guys. If you want this, get Banana Deep. But anyways, we're gonna bronze our face, and pretty easy with this. I'm using the Tammy and Revolution, what is this? Paradise Glow face palette. So you pretty much get all you need for your face. You get your blusher, get your highlighter, your bronzer, and you get your contour. So I'm going to use the bronzer in this, which is called Bronze Goddess, this one here. It is quite pigmented. Did I forget or what? But gosh, okay. I think it's actually pretty good we didn't go in with a cream bronzer, because we really didn't need to, considering how deep this foundation is, and obviously the bronzer is really pigmented. Haven't used this bronzer in a while, but pretty good. Just bringing my face back into coordination now, because I felt like I was looking a little bit flat and ghostly with that banana shade that we used earlier. Oh yes. Oh, okay. It's been so long since I've used this bronzer, I literally forgot what it does to your skin, and I like how that's looking. I like it. So I'm also going to use the blusher in here, which is called Tropical Queen. Just going to use the other side of the bronzer brush. This blusher is pigmented as well, so I'm only, oh my gosh, I put too much already. My gosh, these bronzers and blushers are really pigmented, so you really want to be light-handed with this. Okay, my goodness. Not even a full one tap, just half a tap this time. And I'm also going to use the highlighter in here. Save yourself some coin. It's called Paradise Glow. This palette is £10. If, oh, I put too much. What's wrong with me today? I'm so heavy-handed. Oh my gosh. It's been a while since I've used this palette, so I actually forgot how pigmented it is. But it's fine. I'm just putting the remainder on this side, and then I can go back in and blend out what's already been placed here. But yeah, if you are interested in this palette, it is £10, so you do get pretty much everything you would need in your face. They do have a shade down, so if you are a little bit deeper than me and you want to go a little bit darker with your blusher and bronzer shade and highlighter shade, then they do have one shade down, so you can go ahead and grab that. So I've already done the rest of my face. The lip liner that I'm wearing is the Glory Lip Liner by Revolution, and for my lipstick I'm going to use the shade Latte, a nice, I don't know, nutmeggy sort of nude brown. Oh, just look at that, just look at that. Probably would have been better to apply a lipstick with a bit of a peach undertone because of my eyes, but it is what it is. I mean, It's a nude lip, what can we say? So because of our eyes being a little bit pink, I do want to add a lip that has a bit of a pink undertone to it. So I'm going to add this lip gloss by Revolution. This is in the shade Salted Caramel. Okay, that's a bit better. It is sort of like a peach undertone gloss, so I think this is perfect. Yes indeed, yes indeed. And last but certainly not least, we want to spray our face down, and I'm going to use this Super Dewy Hydrating Spritz by Revolution, just a little bit. Oh, I love the scent of this, I can't get enough. And here we have the finished look, full face of Revolution, and I'm pretty happy with the end results, even though that banana shade setting powder was a little bit lighter than what I'm used to going for. I think Banana Deep would have been perfect. The blusher and the bronzer helped tie it in, and obviously the foundation being a little bit on the warmer side just helped tie everything in. Beauty on a budget is what I call it. Do let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to check out some of my previous videos if you haven't already. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and of course I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.